What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of 2 a.m. in Sweden. I am one of your hosts of the show, Hayes, at AO Shifty, with the one, the only Steven at Steven_Springs or Steven_Springer. Steven, one thing I'm going to talk to you about, because it just came across my timeline not too long ago. I thoroughly appreciate not watching all of the different sports shows that come on, like ESPN, Fox, and stuff like that. Because I was scrolling on ESPN, I'm like, they have not shit to talk about if they're talking about some saga and friction going on with the Philadelphia Eagles in the offseason. There are so many other topics you can bring up, but they're trying to really find certain things. And then, of course, the other thing is they're talking about Bill Self, or they're trying to end up generating more behind Fernando Mendoza too, going on that side. But what are your thoughts on the topic of whatever ESPN has going on? And you're going to talk about Tiger Hood today.
Yes. Yeah, there's not much going on for them to really discuss, but like there is a lot going on.
Yeah.
The Pistons just won the division, locked up, playoff seed, and all that. You can talk about that. You can talk about the Lakers are 15-2 this month, and Luka's averaging damn near 40 over the stretch of 15 games. How he's the league MVP, probably. I mean, there's so much to talk about. You can talk about Tiger. You can talk about, the Masters is right around the corner. I just saw that also Puka Nacua is in rehab, according to his attorney. So there's that. Mendoza. Look, he put on a show at Pro Days. What the headline is: every quarterback across the country puts on a show at their Pro Day. Everybody. So there's that. I don't know. What do you want? Like Tiger? I mean, did you do anything before we came on here?
No. So I jumped on, but then I thought my mic was disconnected. Then I realized I hit the end button and it was connected. But so then I ended up ending that, jumped on, you were there. So no, Tiger Woods is one of the topics I wanted to talk about. Because when I first heard about it, I got the link from so many different people and I was like, damn, that's crazy, DUI. But then the next part was, it almost as if they tried to spin it a little bit by saying texting, that he was looking down at his phone. And I was telling people, yo, you'd rather a ticket for texting and driving any day over another DUI on your record?
Man, it's so tough. Like, I don't know if it's just that it's Tiger Woods. And anyone that's under the age of 40, Tiger Woods is the reason you got into golf. And I don't know if it's just like the nostalgia of who Tiger Woods is. I mean, it's Tiger Woods, dude. Like that name alone is just like Tiger Woods. Like, the nostalgia tied to him. The Masters is right around the corner. If this was summertime and it was like, the Open Championship or like the PGA Championship or whatever, like it wouldn't be as like, I don't know. For me at least, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But like the Masters, I don't know. The whole nostalgia behind the Masters and Tiger, and I just want him to. I just want one tee shot and that's it. Like I don't.
Agreed.
He's, there's no expectations for him to win. Obviously, being a Tiger Woods fan, and that's the other thing. I can like separate Tiger Woods, the athlete, versus Tiger Woods, the person, because they're two different people. Like two totally different people. Like, so I can separate that and completely cheer for the guy on the course and like probably not respect the guy off the course, but like that's not the point. But it's such a bummer, dude. Like the other thing is this, like, I saw someone tweet this today as well. Like, oh no, it was Mad Dog Russo. This is the first time I probably ever agreed with him on anything. But he's saying, I didn't watch the clip. I was scrolling through and I like read the headline. There was the video, but I didn't watch the video. But he was saying like, how has no one like in his inner circle done like said anything or like done anything to prevent this from happening? Because this is all preventable. All these
100%,
all these accidents, aside from the first one, like way back in the day, all of these were preventable. Every one of them.
Yes.
And I mean, Tiger Woods, we talk about like people talk about like what ifs in sports, if someone didn't get hurt, whatever. If Tiger Woods didn't have any of this shit happen off the course, this man would be still doing incredible things. That's also not the point, but whatever. This is all just preventable stuff. This isn't even like stop doing dumb shit like I always say. This is beyond that. Dude's got a problem. I look, if you've been through that many surgeries and in that short amount of time, yeah, you're like something's gonna happen, dude. Like something's gonna develop. So I can't like. I've seen it. We've seen it. You've seen it with people. I've seen it with people. They get hooked on that kind of stuff. You know, that's not the point here either. But it all ties together. It just sucks. That's Tiger Woods. You know, I don't think anyone expects him to beat that. No one's ever gonna expect him to beat that dude again. That we saw from like 97 to like 2008 when he was the best athlete, best sports any athlete in the world. No one's better at what they did than Tiger Woods. But I think it's like the nostalgia of things that we hang on to with these guys, and it's like, damn, like it's just I don't know why we hang on to it, but it sucks, dude. I fucking hate it. Especially being a big golf guy, and like Tiger Woods is like one of those dudes. It's just you hate to see it, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's so crazy because I talked to my brothers about this, and one of my favorite lines is from the Batman movie. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And this is like LeBron's going through it right now. Tiger Woods is going through it. Dog, if they just called it, it would be just the biggest what ifs of like, what if could have happened? What if this and that? Yeah. Like Derrick Rose, granted, yes, he had his injuries, but you just now say, what if he could have been this and that?
Yep.
Or even the Michigan team with their big five that they had. What if could have been?
Yep.
Because like it didn't play out, so you don't know. So they're just like heroes and great things right there.
Yep. And he just, he had too many fuck ups.
Yeah.
Hate to see it, dude.
It just keeps happening. A lot of people don't want to talk about.
It's like
a lot of this.
It's kind of like Josh Gordon, you know. Like he had a ton of chances. Obviously, there's always the behind the scenes stuff and what's going on that no one ever knows about. Nonetheless, it's like Josh Gordon, like come on, like he was heading towards it. And Tiger was already there. Tiger was already
that year in Cleveland.
Yeah, dude, he had back-to-back 200-yard games. Tiger Woods is already he was already the GOAT before all this happened. But oh man, it could have been so much better. It's just so unfortunate.
So something else that could have been so much better for a lot of people is their March Madness brackets. So crazy enough. All right. So everyone knows I focus too much time on the bots that I've been building that for one little sliver of time, I decided to look at my bracket. Mind you, we put out these brackets in the tournament challenge. Steven, I have the whole Final Four correct.
Do you really?
Never.
Whoa. Huh.
Never. Shit you not. Never would have guessed that. And I looked, I was like, nah, I must have done something wrong. I'm in like the 99th percentile. Let me know when you guys can see it. So this is the bracket I did.
Scroll up. The only numbers I care about. Scroll up. Whoa, dude. Yo, hold on. Does that say 99.8 percentile? You're at 53,000. Damn, dude. Okay. This is a monumental thing, bro. This is nuts.
So
hold on.
And I say I was
Okay, keep going.
No, and I say that because the two that surprised me were so a lot of people are like, how did you end up knowing the whole Duke and UConn thing? Anyone that knows Duke knows that they're gonna mess up. I just didn't know UConn was gonna be the team that was gonna do it in that game. Whoa. That's my first thing. I was surprised with Arizona. I just liked what everything was going on with Arizona.
Man,
so that was just
you had a lot of confidence in Texas. Holy shit.
I did. Yeah, I know.
Okay, scroll down. So wait, what games did you fuck up on up top?
Up top, I messed up the St. John's Kansas game.
And
then on this side, it was Texas Kentucky. I believed a lot in BYU.
I did too.
I thought that they were going to do something there. So those were my two mess ups on the top side. The bottom side,
I can't. You got the Iowa. No, you didn't. Never mind.
No, I didn't.
I was going to say, dog. I was about to say, no way.
So I thought Florida was going to go farther. If you look, I thought Florida was going to beat Iowa. I thought Florida was going to beat Vandy. I was also really surprised. Okay, so Illinois, you see that here. I chose UNC to end up winning their game over VCU. Didn't happen. The reason why I chose Illinois to go as far as they did, number one, I just always liked Keaton Wagler. I thought that he was going to be really good. But then the other thing is, same with Duke. I knew Houston wasn't going to do it. I just didn't know when Houston was going to lose. And it just so happened to be the game that I chose. And then on the other side here, Michigan, first off, they have a 23, 24-year-old player. So he's going to dominate the shit out of the game, as he should.
Right.
They're number one ranked. And that's why I would always have these conversations with Steven of, we don't know which number ones are going to make it. If anyone chooses 4 straight number ones, I'm not going to fault you for it.
Sure.
So that's why I didn't go with 4 number ones, because I'm like, it never really happens unless it's on the women's side. Damn. And I'm like, it has to be someone. So who am I going to go with? All right, let's just go with UConn. Duke was an exceptional team, but then I looked at their history. This was after I made the bracket. Dog, they've had so many good players that have not gotten that far. Cooper Flagg, they even had Jason Tatum, and then they end up having so many others even before then. You look at Zion Williamson, like you had these players
with all the talent they've had since their last national title, which I think was 2015, and they haven't really.
Was that Jahlil Okafor and Tyus Jones?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
But they haven't done shit since with so much talent.
I know. Yeah. So
yeah, this is impressive. This is good stuff.
UVA was another one that messed up, but again, nobody knew UVA was going to do whatever that they were going to do. Yeah. Also, this one was because it was my Cinderella hope, and they didn't live up to it at all. So,
of course they didn't.
Other than that, it was like, all right, UVA does UVA shit whenever they do it. Tennessee did really damn good. Will I be able to replicate this next year? Absolutely not. This was like once in a blue moon. And I only did one bracket.
Who do you have playing UConn?
I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember where this is. If I had to guess, I'd say Arizona.
Word.
Yeah. I'm like 90% sure it's UConn and Arizona that I have in that, because I just heard too much about Arizona. I'm trying not to use the Bryce James, LeBron James effect of them going through, but Arizona is really good. It almost sucks that this is a 2-3 matchup and this is 2-1s, because both of these can take the whole thing.
They looked very good. Arizona did the other night.
Did they? Yeah.
The second half, they looked very good.
100%. Like they ran away with that game.
They did. That Duke UConn game was incredible.
It was.
That was probably one of the better basketball games I've seen in a long time, just because UConn had to play exceptional. They were down by 19 at one point. They were down by 15 at halftime. And then my brother-in-law, BJ, was at the game.
That's a great game to go to.
He went to that game, and he went to the St. John's game and the UConn Michigan State game. He offered to a ticket to me for those 2 games, and I turned it down. I don't know why. I actually I do know why. I was playing golf the next morning, and I was going to be gone for a majority of the day. I was gone from like 9 to 3. And we just got the new dog, so I didn't know if I should abandon my family or not. So I chose to not abandon my family and not go to the game. Now I would not have gone to the Duke game, UConn Duke game, because that ticket was already gone. But I could have gone. Brooke said after the fact, she was like, "You could have gone." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to."
Hey, it's bonus points in the W column for going forward.
Yes. But I did. I played golf on Saturday. That was dope. What's your golf plans for the summer? Are you gonna play more golf? You can try to.
I'm glad you brought that up, because my goal was to
where do you live at again? Well, we don't have to disclose that, but
so I am where a Capital One building is.
Sure, yeah, okay.
For anyone that knows that.
Word. Tons of courses.
But yeah, 100%. So like, there's one dude at work. It sucks because he's about to move to Georgia, and he's been asking me for the longest, like, let's play. But then work ends up bogging me up, so I don't end up golfing with him. Like, he can leave at 4. I'm not leaving till like 6 o'clock some days. day's over at that point. And then my only treasured day is going to be Saturday and maybe Sunday.
Hey man, I'm telling you, if you got to start getting just go to the driving range, do shit like that, and then there's nothing better than a nice 8 a.m. Saturday or Sunday morning tea time.
Yeah.
I just booked one for a couple weeks from now. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. Like I think it's 8:10, crispy.
That's good.
Perfect,
That's
dude.
good.
Nothing better. Get out of the way, get out there, whatever, have some fun. Yeah, you need to play more golf.
So it's funny because this is a part of my what you got at the end. So I'll tell you the other sport that some people are trying to convince me to end up going into.
If it's pickleball, I swear to God, you better not talk. You better not say that. I will. I will hop off this podcast so quickly, dude.
No. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
It's not that. So I wanted to bring up the March Madness. The other part that I wanted to bring up, and I'm going to try not to make this an edgy topic, but we're going to go into the NBA playoffs. So a couple of things that I do want to talk about are 1 through 6 in the East. So Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, Hawks, Raptors. Pistons probably going to lock up the number 1 seed, like overall everything, because they're 4.5 games above the Celtics. Number 1 seed, for anyone that knows this, does not really matter in the East. You want to have the best matchups against whoever it is, because you don't want to catch that one team like the Heat that one year that'll just catch fire at the most random time. 7 through 10, which is always just a fight, because that's really how it's going to be. So 6 through 10 is really where the fight is. The Hawks might be able to shake it a little, but 7 through 10, you have the Sixers, Magic, Heat, Hornets. Sixers are catching fire at the most random of times. Like, they all just decided to end up being healthy and ready to go between Paul George, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and then VJ Edgecombe as well. On that side, the Magic are just there. And then the Miami Heat, behind Mr. 83 points, they're still trying to find their flavor over there. Charlotte Hornets are not going to be something. So they always say this. They said the last time the Hornets were relevant and made that random match playoffs, the San Antonio Spurs end up winning the championship. It was like that random year when you had a really good pitcher from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Well, a really good player from the Pittsburgh Pirates. They had a Charlotte team making the playoffs in the NBA, and then you had the Spurs doing what the Spurs do. I don't think the Spurs are going to win the finals this year. I think that they are super, super close, because you have LeBron on his going away tour essentially this year and next year. You have the Thunder that are doing really well. And I know you have the Pistons and the Celtics that'll have a say in it too. So Spurs can do it. If the Spurs did it this year, yeah, that's just a big story in itself. Looking at the other side, and then I'll get Steven's thoughts. 1 through 6, you have the Thunder, Spurs, Lakers, Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Rockets. 7 through 10, you have the Suns, Clippers, Trailblazers, and Warriors. The reason why they have not considered the Phoenix Suns clinching that playoff spot number 7 is because they technically have a chance to still end up getting up to the Rockets. I don't think so. Again, everyone that knows me knows I've been saying this for the longest. I think it's going to be the Lakers and Rockets. And it's starting to set up even more. Well, I said it that it would be a 4-5 matchup. That's changed. But I think it's going to be the Lakers, Rockets, and those will be some of the most expensive tickets you're going to see in the playoffs, because this will probably be one of the last times you see them two go up against each other. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think it matters who comes out of the East. Boston might be the only exception because they've been there, done that, but I don't really know how much I trust Boston. Don't trust the Knicks in any capacity.
No.
Cavs, maybe. James Harden's had some good playoff moments, but maybe because they have a lot of firepower. But
yeah,
unless Cade Cunningham comes back and is healthy, then the Pistons have no shot. But they might get 60 wins this year, which would be dope. It'll be tough, but that'd be kind of dope. So I think the East doesn't really matter. The West, I think the Spurs can win it because of Wemby and only Wemby. Like he'd be the reason why. But I think he's got to probably average 30 instead of 20.
He has the most 40-point games in Spurs essentially history of the five guys. Robinson, Ginobili, Tim Duncan.
He's got the most 40-point games
out of them. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. He's only been in the league for 3 years.
That's exactly.
The Thunder, yeah, I think they're probably the odds-on favorite, heavy favorite. The Lakers are really peaking now. The Lakers were 15-2 in March. Like they're 9-1 last 10 games, and they've won 4 in a row. they're not going to catch the Spurs for 3 seed, but they can really stay clear of the Nuggets. LeBron's playing very well. Luka's obviously he just completely tore up the month of March. He's starting to peak a little bit. Austin Reeves is healthy. DeAndre Ayton's kind of finding his way. So I think look, I'm gonna pick the Lakers to come out of the West. I'm gonna tell you that right now, just because of LeBron. Like I've seen him do it.
See that? Yeah.
I'm never gonna pick against him. Like, do I really think the Lakers are gonna win it or come out of the West? Probably not. Because I don't know who's gonna beat the Thunder, honestly. But I have seen LeBron do this before, and I've seen Luka is again playing out of his mind right now, and no one's talking about it because he doesn't play defense.
That's why,
dude. When James Harden was doing it, it was the greatest thing since fucking Wilt Chamberlain. But whatever. So I'm not gonna pick against the Lakers. But I would say the Spurs also. Look, if Wemby turns it up a little bit in the playoffs and on both ends and has one of those types of runs, like he's one of the very few guys in the league who can probably take the team all the way and win it because he's that good on both ends of the floor. But don't really, I guess the Rockets, you can trust them because KD, but I don't know how far that's gonna get them, honestly. Suns, no. Clippers, we've seen Kawhi do it. He can obviously do it, but I don't know how much faith I have in everybody else around him. Trailblazers, no. Warriors, they're cooked. So I'm gonna pick the Lakers. Confidence level is not high on that, but I'm gonna pick them anyways. East, I'm gonna pick the Pistons. No, I'm gonna pick the Celtics to come out of the East. Unless Cade Cunningham comes back and is healthy, then I'll pick the Pistons. But it all depends on Cade Cunningham. So I'm gonna pick the Celtics and the Lakers to come out of the East and West. Lakers.
So, of course. So one clarification thing for anyone that was wondering, it was out of the list of Spurs that I had listed. So Wemby has more 40-point games than Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Kawhi Leonard, and Tim Duncan. And Wemby only has 7. So that just says the game that they played. Wemby has 7. The leader in most 40-point games in Spurs history, could you guess?
David Robinson?
The Iceman.
Ooh, George Gervin.
David Robinson, number 2. George Gervin had 67. David Robinson had 22. Mike Mitchell had 10. He's passing Mike Mitchell next year.
Wait, Wemby's got how many?
7.
Word, yeah. Well on his way.
I don't know if he's passing George Gervin. Right.
Plays long enough.
Could. He'd have to play long enough. He can't have a Joel Embiid career, knock on wood, or any shit like that.
No.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. Just wanted to bring up on that side. He does have 14 30-point games this year, but Luka had 13 in a row of 30-point games.
Damn.
On that side. I guess we'll bring it up. We don't have to touch on this topic too long. What are your thoughts on Jaden Ivey?
Yeah, I'm gonna steer very clear of that one, dude. No chance. I'm starting on that. No, dude. I'm just glad he's off the Pistons. You know,
I know.
That's all I'm gonna say on that. I have no reach for that whatsoever.
So it's funny. I brought that up because Trevion Henderson wanted to go put his name in the ring in that conversation, and people were like, "Absolutely not. Do not say shit."
Oh my God, it's not Henderson. Did you see the clip of? Oh man, who's the other running back from Ohio State that's in the league right now? Hold the phone, dude.
Not the one he was with.
Hold the phone. J.K. Dobbins.
What? Oh my God.
This one about the camp. Did you see this?
No.
Dog. All right, you gotta go. This is on Instagram, so I can't send it to you because you don't have one. So go on Twitter and look up J.K. Dobbins. When after this, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching the Jaden Ivey thing. No way.
So
just all I say is just stop saying shit like that.
Yeah.
Stop, dude. Stop saying shit that you know is gonna ruffle some feathers. Stop doing that shit, man. Say it like in the privacy of your own home, like we all do. Like, but stop saying that type of shit out loud.
So it's crazy because I'm gonna spin this story, and the only in sports side of it is They waived him from the team, but he's still going to get his $10 million contract for the year. What?
Look, I would be in jail. I would be in jail.
Steven, he's still going to. No, there's no way.
He's going to be picked up by another team, right?
Yeah. Some team that could give two shits about things. I mean, he was a solid player.
Yeah, right. Or do you think this would be like that? What's that dude, that white dude who played for the Blazers for a hot minute, who had the anti-Semitic joke?
On the
on
yes,
the,
I know who you're talking about.
Call of Duty. No, I want to say
I know who you're talking about.
I want to say Plumlee, but it's not a Plumlee. He looks like
no. I don't know why I keep. Yes, because I keep thinking of Duncan Robinson.
Is that Myers Leonard?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Stop doing that shit, bro. Stop doing that shit.
Yeah, so that's
Myers Leonard. Big white dude. I think he went to Illinois.
We're gonna see. I tried to pull it up. I don't really know if it's actually gonna come up. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to bring that up, because of the fact he's still gonna get his
only in sports
contract. Like,
you're
really gonna get $10 million?
Dog, I'd be fired.
It's Myers Leonard. Yeah, this happened in 2021.
Yeah. I'd be fired. No severance, no payout, nothing.
No, you're just
I'm probably not getting another job anytime soon after that.
Oh, no. That's a job? What? As soon as that comes out, you're done.
You're cooked, bro. Cooked. You might as well put me in jail.
100%.
I'm gonna be living on the streets.
So the other part I do want to talk about, we're going to switch into the NFL. So, Steven, we got something special coming up this month, man.
NFL draft,
April 23rd. So that's right around the corner. April 23rd is round 1. April 24th is round 2 and 3. April 25th is round 4 through 7. And they have this in where?
Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So that's going to be exciting. And then you know where they have it next year?
DC?
The city. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
That should be very interesting.
Yeah. Anyone that doesn't know, they're doing this as the ramp up because they're working on the new RFK stadium. So we'll see how that ends up going over on that side. I don't have any other NFL news of note. We brought up Puka Nacua and the shit that he's going through right now. There's nothing else right now. There's no signings. Any of the veterans that are still out there, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Brandon Ayuk, all those different players. It'll happen later on down the line. I do want to tell you something because I thought that they were out of their mind when they told me this. So the San Francisco 49ers are like, hey, we wanted to invite you out for like maybe one of the preseason games and see if you had any interest in getting season tickets. Their season tickets for the 200 San Francisco 49ers. Yeah. Their season tickets for the 200 level is $2,800 for a seat. Ooh. And then that includes a $500 deposit for you to get the seating license. $3,200 per seat for the 100 level. What?
No.
So you're paying $6,400 for 2 tickets.
Bro, shout out to the people who can do that.
Exactly, which is not
because ain't your boy.
Yeah, no. So that's all I have on that side. I have a good amount on the next topic, so we're gonna go into it. What you got?
It's spring break. Kids are home. We got a dog.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else. No, that's it, man. We're still in the gym. 3:15 on the way. 2:45 this week. For 4. So trying to rep that again tomorrow, trying to get 5.
Smart.
And then we'll be on the way to 265. And we'll just keep upping it by 20 until we get there. I feel like once I get to 265, and I can start getting that pretty good, which that's it's funny.
That's a lot to say out loud.
No, dog, it's a lot of weight.
Yes.
It's a lot of weight, dog. 315 isn't very ambitious. I know that. But it's obtainable. It's just a lot of weight. A lot of 100%. Work. So I'm gonna feel good when that does happen. But yeah, we're getting there. Still in the gym. So what you got?
So the crazy part about that is because Steven and I do it 2 different ways. It was wild because I wanted to end up benching today, but benching is going to be tomorrow. If anyone remembers, we talked about this last week. But there was a point in time where we thought 225, like repping that, was going to be a lot. Dog, I can almost just 225 as a startup set. Like not my warm-up set, but like first set I do can be 225.
Facts. So I think I said this last week, but I started doing either flies or incline bench, starting with that.
That's it. Yes.
And jumping into like, I also stretch a lot more than I ever have before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that, but then I will go into incline dumbbell press or flies and rep out, you know, the 70s or the 80s just to get that going. And then I'll just go rack up 225 and just start doing that. Like maybe for like 2 sets for like 5 and then see how that goes. And then put on a couple more plates. So you gotta once you figure it out, it's not that bad. It's just like,
no,
it is a lot of weight. You just gotta fucking move it, dude. Just move that weight.
A lot of people. So Steven brought up the magic to all of this. Incline dumbbell is probably one of the most underrated things that you can do. I highly recommend it. Incline dumbbell. And then a lot of people would rather use the bike or the elliptical. Get on the treadmill and put the shit on damn near like 9 to 12 for incline. I promise you those 2 things will help you in so many different ways. Then you'll be able to end up going back over to the bench and do whatever you want to do. Do your lat pull downs, do your cable rows. All those will definitely help, because if you think you're just going to wake up one day, unless you're basically Shaq size, and go up there and just throw up 315, even 305, it's not going to happen. You have to end up working up to it.
How many pull-ups can you do?
It's funny. So I used to be only able to do maybe 9 or 10, but then I saw RFK and he did like 19, and I was like, bet. So I can do 19. I was not going to let his ass do that.
Dog, I will give you 5.
Really?
I'll give you 5. Yeah, I'm just not moving it like that. Like I can throw up weight, but like I can no, I'm not doing that. I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5 very solid. I'll give you 3 like great ones. 2 are like, all right, he's struggling and it might be the last one. So
yeah,
even like underhand this, no.
So actually, because we're getting close to the summer, we'll start to do story time with Hayes. I have all the funniest stories of me in school working out. So the one I'll tell you today is actually pull-ups. The reason why I can do so many pull-ups now is because when I was in middle school and high school, so I used to be a big kid. I could not even do a pull-up. I used every part of my body to do a pull-up. Mind you, in school, everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
So I tried to do a pull-up. It did not work. I strained damn near everything. Like it was the craziest thing. And then I ended up like farting at the end of it. And I just so ever since then, I was like, I couldn't do 1 back then. I'm doing 15 now. Like I am doing whatever it takes. So yeah, that's why it's one of those things. Another thing I'll tell you guys later is the mile is a funny thing. But the first what I got for today is, so I was at work till maybe 6 o'clock or so. It rained in our area. And it was only me and then the president of the company. And I go back to my desk and I hear a gobble outside. I was like, what the hell is this shit? And then I look outside. There are 4 turkeys. For anyone that does not know, wild turkeys are not something you should just pull up on and say what's up to. Promise you might die. Yeah, in the parking lot. And they're big. So I see one, but I didn't have enough time to take a picture. I was like, shit, that's it. Then I hear 3 like gobbling right next to my car. I'm like, number one, not going outside. They can have my car at that point. I'll just chill and wait for them to end up leaving. And then one takes off. So just imagine like Wemby doing a full-on 40-yard dash. That's really what the turkeys were doing, into the woods. And you just hear them, and then you just see them running. I promise you, if you ever see a wild turkey, just leave it alone. Don't try and go after it. Yeah.
No, keep going. I got one for when you're done.
So don't go after any of them. Best time to see him is on Thanksgiving. That's your best day to see him. The final thing I did want to end up saying was, we talked about golf before. And so golf has been one that a lot of people have been saying like, oh, get into. Like, so Steven and I's circles are different. My circle will just like throw down money on like, I don't know, blackjack and stuff like that. And then, or they'll do indoor sports. So a lot of times it'll be either your like pool. Pool is huge in a lot of the communities I go around in. I can play anyone damn near in pool because my dad and I grew up with pool tables. Like a lot of my aunts play pool, so that's me. The other one people have started to tell me a lot more is bowling. I do a lot of
Hell
bowling with my
yeah,
brother.
dude.
Yes, I do a ton of bowling. I can give you a solid 200 on a good day. Until I went bowling with my brother last Thursday and I saw someone put up a 290. I promise you, it's
Whoa.
like seeing Steph Curry like not miss a three.
Yeah.
Promise you, it's the craziest thing in the world to see. And then they said, oh, the guy next to him actually has a house record and got a 300 before. How the fuck do you get a 300? Like
That's have you ever seen it happen?
I never in person. 290 is the closest.
I've seen it happen twice. It's like yeah. Once the person gets to like the fifth one and they get that one down, you're like, okay, we're kind of rocking, and everybody loves it. Everyone just crowding around. Everybody's, and that person just locked in, dude.
So here's my question for you.
It's like playing golf with someone who my neighbor shot a 78 when I played with him once, and it was like one of the coolest things I've seen up close in person in sports. And he was just, we didn't talk after the third hole. He was just locked in the whole time, just hitting incredible shots. Yeah.
So the thing that one thing for you was when you saw the person hit a 300, well, get a 300, were they playing by themselves or were other people playing with them?
They were playing both. The first person I saw, they were playing by themselves. The second person was in a league.
What I will say is this person was just shooting the shit. It was 5 other people playing with them, so they were all rotating.
Damn.
I have so much respect for someone that can lock back in after having to wait and then go back up there, know exactly what he wants to do, and do it again. Wildest part about it is he had a 9 spare in the first. After that, it was straight strikes. Like, never hit another one again. So
that's crazy.
A lot of people like, get your own ball, like continue to bowl with us. I thought me getting my 180s and 200 was great. Hell no, there's another league once you get to the 200 club. But what else did you have?
I forget. What were we talking about before this?
So we were talking bowling, and then we were talking about golf, and then we were talking about turkeys. And then
yeah, wild animals. So my algorithm now is all like wild animal like fights. Like the other day, I watched a sloth bear and a tiger go at it. yo, and it's just like tigers and leopards and hyenas and lions and shit eating catching the gazelle, and I love that shit, dude. These animals are just absolute
at it
tanks, bro. Tanks.
Yeah.
And you get in the water with some like anacondas or like hippos, bro.
Insane.
If y'all don't know what a hippo can do, go look it up. A hippo will fuck your day up before you even know it.
Yes.
But the sloth bear and the tiger video was just, and then last night I actually watched a grizzly bear who killed an elk, and a tiger came up and tried to snatch from him, and they went at it, and it was insane.
What?
Yeah, dude, it was fantastic. Yeah, it was great. I love that shit.
See,
big time.
So that's all we have for this episode. Next week we'll definitely have a ton more because March Madness will be over at that point, so we'll be able to discuss that. But until next time, we out.